So, hello everyone. We message for self-love and empowerment message. I'm very, very sleepy. I'm actually, oh God, the healing's coming in already the minute I've started talking. So again, if you're new around here, when I say that I can feel heat or healing on my body, it's because it's going to you if you're open to it. Which is quite interesting actually, because I had my niece staying last night, and like whenever she's not feeling well or if she gets eczema, it's she gets itchy or that, I always just send her healing, and yeah, it worked really quick last night, so she doesn't usually wake up at all. But I think because like I say, people just they soak up the healing. Again, if you think you can feel, if you are an oldie around here and you feel the healing through my voice like this, well, that is nothing compared to what people feel when they're actually with me in person. Of course, actually, some of you will know that because I have met some of you in person. Um, but yeah, so that's really unusual that she would even wake up anyway. But it's quite muggy here today, so anyway, blah de blah de blah de blah. Yeah, but what I was trying to say there is I can feel the healing coming into my heart, but I'm really, really sleepy, so I'm actually going to have a cheeky wee nap before my pal arrives. So, now that's funny because this is, look, you can kind of see a little bit. It's on the 13th, and of course we're not on the 13th, we're on the 4th today. So I'm not going to bother changing the block there, but it's in the shot. So the number 13 may be significant, definitely, because 13 is divine feminine, and then my eyes got led to 144 on the timer there. Right, so anyway, let's pull a self-care card. So I'm gonna go for this because I can kind of see the words on the other ones, but it's all meant to be whatever I pick. Support. I mean, again, getting a bit bored of saying the same stuff, so it feels like the same message. Offer your support to someone, experience the joy of serving others. So, yes, absolutely. If you can help someone, give them that help. But I suppose there is just this ongoing, recurring message there of not like over giving, you know what I mean? Like to the point where you're depleted of energy. Because, and this, I think this message is coming through really, really strongly. Not only because I always need to hear that myself, because I have got, my son is in the house of Virgo. So it's just, again, that is about being of service. So I'm constantly of service, you know what I mean? So it's about reminding myself that even if I can't actually be there in the moment somebody needs me, there is all this stuff there that is there to support people. That's what my shamanic journeys are there to do. That's what, that's what the recorded video, it's to give the healing and stuff, to either people that can't afford to work with me one-on-one, or can afford to work with me, but just, you can't be doing it every day kind of thing, so you can go and get a journey. But so again, but it's just that message just keeps coming through. This is what I mean. It's so funny, isn't it? Because I was getting bored of the fucking romantic messages that were coming through that were just so repetitive. And yes, I know, I'm just having a little moan, okay? I'm allowed to have a moan. Free. Ascended Masters coming in. It just gets a bit boring, guys. It just gets a bit boring. And this message is getting a bit boring too. But the same messages. Look at what's in the background too. Embrace your confusion. So I'm going to do a separate video for the divine feminine, divine masculine specific twin flames, and I'll use more sort of twin. I think I'll use the twin flame ascension deck. But this is kind of tying into that too. It's repetitive because it keeps being repetitive when there's still people connected to who's listening that need to hear it. So again, wherever you can be supportive to other people, absolutely be it. But I'm more tempted to say to people that are similar to myself, know when just you being yourself is enough. And also, if you do work similar to myself and you've got your regular work hours, know to have those boundaries. And again, this message is just going to keep, I can just tell I'm going to have to just stop moaning about it, because it's going to be coming in really, really strong leading up to next weekend. So we're only on Sunday right now as I'm filming this. It's going to come in really, really strong up until next weekend, because that full moon is in Pisces, and like say Pisces is about blurry boundaries, and I would even go as far as to say no boundaries. It's because it is about unconditional love. But again, it's like you cannot be constantly there for every single person in your life. You know what I mean? You have to remind yourself of that. At some point, like for instance, that happened to me this week. That's just, you know, I helped so many people this week. I always do. You know, I was warned that things were going to be amping up towards the winter there. There was going to be a lot of people in their dark night of the soul or struggling quite a bit, whether it be with the twin flame journey itself or other things related to their work, to their work or to their life in general. And it is already starting to happen. And that is why I've had to get my shit together in quite a big way, and I feel like that's happening. But like I say, I really need to be on the ball, and I really need to be looking after my energy. So yeah, I'm just laughing thinking there's a massage going to come out. I'm not going to be able to get the massage tonight, guys. I just looked at 555. Big changes are on the way. Um, yes, they are, because that full moon's bringing in endings. Because Pisces is the end, and full moons are the end, so it's bringing in big endings. And 555 is big change. God, there really is no air today. It's so fucking, honestly, I can't win with this room, right? It's not got any windows in it, so it's either freezing here or it's boiling. I think I'm going to need, the fan's going to have to make a last minute appearance again. I didn't think it was that bad, but it is in this room. Anyway, so when I'm channeling, all of this is part of it, right? So again, if you already know that you are a support to people in your life, but actually you're needing to rest and recharge, then just give yourself a break, especially if you're watching in real time, because it is Sunday, right? So everybody needs to sort of switch off and recharge. Embrace your confusion. Let there be peace in not knowing all the answers. So again, this is interesting because I was getting like a download about this, so that I feel that's going to tie into the next video I do, more specific to, you know, twin flames near in union or in union and all this kind of stuff. But again, this could be wherever, just for confusion about anything. Like, you know, you want to know the answer to something and it's not there, so you just have to embrace where you're at. And that's a very counsellor thing to say. There's gratitude again, that came in yesterday, didn't it? Or the day before, but I think it was yesterday. That's what I always say to my therapy clients in particular, is that, like, you know, when you don't know when you don't know the answer to something, that is all really you can do. Otherwise, you're going to just keep trying to control the situation. And remember, Virgo is quite a controlling energy. It is like wanting to know what's coming next, what's happening, what's the plan, you know, how can we organise this. But life isn't always like that, and that is what, hopefully, as much as you'll learn from my masculine side about, when I'm very honest about how hard it is for me to sort of let go of control, my tongue tied, that's Mercury retrograde coming the same day as the full moon. What I was going to say there is, like, it's hard for me to just let go, control my business. Like, even something as simple as when I can see somebody's commented, like, not responding right away, because then I have to remember to, actually, do you know what, actually, it's not about, oh, it's not going to take much to reply. It's about the fact, it's not about, it doesn't matter who comments, it's about the fact it's, you know, I should have boundaries around the weekend. And some people wouldn't be that serious about it, but I think I really have to be, because if I slack somewhere else, it slacks everywhere. You know what I mean? So just know that, actually, because I can see a couple of people have commented. So I'll probably will respond tomorrow, but I'm not doing it tonight because I'm going for a nap and then my pals come in. Yeah, so it'll probably be tomorrow. But you know what I mean? That's just a good example of like, it's not a big deal anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that people actually understand that. That's something within me. Like, I don't want people to think I'm ignoring them. But I mean, like, you know what I mean? That's, people know anyway. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. But what I was going to say is, what you'll learn from my feminine side is, I'm good at doing that. Like, I don't need to know the answer to everything. And I think I've given ample examples, particularly when it comes to twin flames, that I never know what the fucking hell's going on. Yeah, sometimes I can really feel the emotions of matter and flame, but I don't actually know what the fucking hell's going on. Do you know what I mean? If you want me to dig into yours, I seem to be able to just channel out, you know, all this shit about whatever it is. And the thing is, if I was to sit here and record my own video for myself, that'd be fucking spot on as well. But I'll not find out until I actually find out. Do you know what I'm saying? That's hilarious. Right. What do we need for self-care? And I just laugh at it. It's what divine, you just be present. Nourish your temple. Look, this looks like a very feminine figure. Regardless of what, remember, you can be, it doesn't matter about gender. Just eat right, get a good sleep. Those of you that are 38, like me and Charlotte, you are 30, aren't you? Almost like, yeah, that's right. I think, Charlotte, you're like a month older than me. But it's like, nourish your temple, look after you. Focus on you. And that actually helps, whatever your twin is going through. Yeah, clean your space, get cleaning your windows, do you know what I mean? I live very high up and that'd be very dangerous, so I'm not even going to attempt that. But there's no excuse for the inside, granted. But do you know what I mean? This is about, look, 9, this is about endings again. Like what I said about that full moon's about endings. It's about getting ready, making way, clearing the way for actually that. And I just, talking to Charlotte, I did actually notice what you'd said there, Charlotte, again, and I completely agree, like when I had my time of releasing energy, doing a lot of crying last weekend, it was pretty draining, so I was exhausted the whole week from it, and helping people, I might add, but very healing, very liberating, and yes, so definitely make sure you're doing that out there as well, those of you that need a good cry. And this card again, but it's, so it could even be this, right? It could even be like, I say this all the time, like I get people saying this to me all the time, like, oh, counsellor doesn't work. I had a counsellor, they were terrible, 11 minutes 44. Oh, and then that fits. Well, you didn't have a twin flame counsellor though, did you? Like, I'd no doubt a lot of people tuning in have had a counsellor, and I've no doubt if you try to tell them about the twin flame journey, they think you're fucking nuts. They probably sent you to a psychiatrist. Sorry, I'm not meaning to be blunt and cheeky, but it's true. You know what I mean? Like, back in the day, I actually did have a different counsellor other than the one that I always talk about that I had for a very long time. And she didn't think I was nuts, but I wasn't talking about what I was talking about that was maybe help me. Do you know what I mean? I was just very fixated on how me and my twin flame weren't the same anymore. You know what I mean? It was just yeah, anyway, like, so you know what I'm saying? But that actually isn't a good example, because it's not that she wasn't good at what she'd done. It must have just been frustrating, because it literally would just, yeah, anyway. But the point is what would have been better for me is that wouldn't be me changing counsellor because she wasn't any good. It'd be changing to find somebody that was more spiritual, that was like me, that was a twin flame, but that was also a counsellor, that was going to understand. Now, as far as I'm aware, but how I know my counsellor, she's an older woman, like she's not a twin flame, but she is a Reiki master as well. Like say she's retired, but someone of a similar wavelength, and she'd also been a counsellor to people similar to myself, like mediums and other people that were incredibly spiritual. So she was so supportive of me and whatever I wanted to talk about, whether it was twin flames or whatever. But yeah, dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for leading me to the best healer for the situation. Amen. So again, but see, when it's specifically to do with twin flames, which is what this channel's about, if you've stumbled across this, you do need somebody that's going to get it. And that's what a lot of divine masculine energies, regardless of gender and feminine though, will be struggling with this, is if they've kept a mask up and nobody really knows what they're going through. It's really challenging. Oh, see, it went into like the other one. That's what we're doing next. Stretch. Dear Archangel Raphael, in fact, see, it's a stretch. Yeah, but that even makes sense in a different way. It's a stretch for divine masculines to talk about how they're feeling in regards to the twin flame journey, whether it be to their twin flame or whether it be to anyone, because a lot of them will have kept it really into them. A lot of you, sorry, because I'm saying it like you're not, like a lot of the people that tune in to me are the divine masculine. You will have kept this in yourself. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for staying by my side and motivating me to take excellent care of myself in all ways. Yeah, and see, this ties in about, like, so put it out to spirit. You may have even stumbled across this because you've done that. It reminds me of a girl that done one of my courses that said she asked her guides for a sign or something, and she said, right, please guide me to a Reiki master and please guide me to a shaman, and then she got led to me because I'm both. So she was meaning two separate people, so you just never know. But you know, perhaps some other people are like, look, please guide me to a counsellor, but please guide me to like someone that knows about twin flames, and then people come across me. But again, I'm just using myself as an example because it's the easiest thing to do, but it's like, this is really tying together about, you know, you need the best healer for the situation. Basically, you need somebody that's an expert, someone that's got expertise in a particular area. And obviously, I'm going to mention twin flames because that is what I'm an expert in, with various different ways of helping you with that. And this is about, you know, motivating you to take excellent care of yourself. You know what I mean? And that's, I mean, it doesn't really sound like it with those words, but this looks like getting outside. And I mean, and I can take that message. Right, I'm going to end this message here because it seems to be going into the twin flame one already, and if I carry on these messages being this freaking long, I'm not going to get on that before my pal comes. But anyway, right, so I'm going to trust that this self-love and empowerment message reached who it needed to reach. And just know that, I know that you already know that, but if you are commenting or anything, or if anybody's emailed or that, my assistant will deal with the emails, and I will, I'll reply to the comments when I'm back to things, either Tuesday, but I think I'll leave it as long as Tuesday, guys, but I'm not up for it today because I'm just like sleepy. Anyway, that's because I've been on anti-duties. I was playing this unicorn game that was so boring, honestly. But I was saying to my sister, I was like, really good for it was so really good for teaching our patients, and the importance of not winning, you know, like, because I was just like, look, you see, look, I'm not getting it right, but I don't care. But then I was also teaching about like tune in, because you had to guess the colour. I was like tune in before you just say it. And then we both ended, oh my god, actually, yeah, we both ended up getting, that was the sex part, we both ended up getting 9 counters, so it was a draw. So maybe there's, well, that's so cool the way they've made me channel that message, but maybe there's something in that about maybe nobody needs to win or lose, and maybe it's just about it's time to call a truce. How interesting. I don't know why, but it's kind of reminded me of the twin flame journey. It's time to call it a truce. Yeah, just basically, it's those of you that may still be in the twin flame journey, or you know, you might not. It might not have been like that, but you know, you might resonate with it being a little bit of one-upmanship, or not one-upmanship, but kind of like, who's going to show their, that's what they just said to me, who's going to show their cards first. It's kind of like in poker. I mean, I don't play poker, I don't even know how to play, but I know the gist of it is that, you know, who's going to show their heart first, actually. It kind of actually reminds me of that song at the end, No Strings Attached. That's like the one that's like, you know, if you flash your heart, I won't deny it. Like, basically, I won't reject you. Because that's twin flame's biggest fear. So I know that's going to help some of you out there. Either somebody that's well aware that if someone was to come towards you, that you've been wanting to come towards you, you're not going to reject them. Or if you are the one, regardless of your gender, that needs to go towards someone and you're like, what if they reject me? It's the gamble you got to take. It's kind of like what I said to my niece, you win some, you lose some, you know what I mean? It's not about, it's just about, that's what I was saying to her, you know what I mean? It was like, I'm not always that, like, well, actually I am, you know, that everything's a teaching experience, but it's kind of like, what was I trying to say there? Because she was hesitating, you know, to even, and you know how kids try to cheat in that as well. I don't know if that's all, but I've worked in childcare and nurseries and that like 20 years, guys, and kids always try to look at the card, right? So I was trying to teach her. I wasn't being too serious about it, but I was like, you know, don't look at it. You know, tell me the colour, and then, sorry, my stomach's going as well because I'm having tea with my pal, so it's like I've had something to keep me going, but I think I'm gonna have the nap and then hopefully she'll be here. But basically, I was saying something about, it doesn't, you know, if you, so say it was a green, it was this dual thing, right? I was like, say it's green, and say she says red. I was trying to basically say to her, like, you know, don't just basically say the colour and be prepared to get it wrong. I was like, look, I just got it wrong, and then I just got it right. I don't care either way. Just say it. You know what I mean? So isn't it funny that I'm here to be a teacher of, you know, vulnerability and being your raw and real self, and just being you basically, and just going for it to adults. But I'm also like that with children too, because I was just like, you know, it's no big deal. And she ended up, you know, she did just say it. She did just start saying it and getting really good at it. So it was fun, but yeah, I'm glad she didn't want to play it more than once because it took forever. But I actually hadn't, like, honestly, the last time I'd played a kid's little board game like that with someone, oh god, I can't even remember. I think it must have been, oh, I do actually. No, I tell a lie, it was about a year ago. Yeah, when I stayed the night at one of my best pals, and I was playing a board game with her and her kids actually, and it was fun. And I always used to do that with her wee girl's a little older now, but I used to play that with her wee girl. Um, when she was younger as well. So it was really fun. But I'm tired because my niece always wakes up early and then I treat her like a queen. Basically, I was, a wee fry up and that. And so yeah, I'm tired. So I'm going to have a nice wee catch up with one of my best pals, and then yeah, and then early next week, hopefully she will be able to, well, she says she will, but she'll be able to give me that massage and the card can stop coming up to tell us that. But I know I've got that booked in and going to get it. How about you? Are you getting what you need to get, whether it's a massage or whatever else? And remember, if it is me you're being guided to book a session with, get that session booked. Email soulfamwolfpack@gmail.com if you've got any kind of confusion around what to book, and my sister will help you out. That's what she's there for, to take the workload off me. Right, guys, I'm definitely going to go now. Right, see you later. Bye.